on the outside looking in, people may think that my life is perfect or think that I don't go through anything. But it's a lot of things that I hold inside, and it's a lot of things that I don't share with you guys because I feel like I have to first heal myself before I could come and tell a story to the world. So I feel like I'm pretty healed from this story. I want y'all to excuse me if y'all hear any noise in the background. Okay, so let's get straight into the story. One day I was walking down 79th Street. If you guys don't know what 79th Street is, it's a street, a long strip in Miami that the girls and guys and things of the things walk down to make money and, you know, do drugs. Whatever you're looking for, you can find it on 79th, basically. So I was walking and I wasn't even like looking for a client or like escorting that day. I was walking and I was trying to get a ride. I forgot where I was coming from, but I was trying to get a ride and I was walking down 79. And I'm just walking, I'm listening to music. Next thing you know, this truck rolled past me and like it slowed down, like it slow rolled past me. So as it slow rolled past me, I'm looking like, what the hell? Okay, I already know like it's probably a day or a trick or somebody who's intrigued by the way I look or, you know, my walk, because I have like a stank walk, I twist and all that kind of crazy stuff. So the truck had rolled past me, and then next thing you know, the truck had came back again, circled the block and came back again. And when it came back again, it was a guy in there. He stopped, let down the window. He was like, "Hey, where you going?" And I was like, "I just need a ride further down 79th Street." I think I was just like going home, coming from a friend's house, going home. And yeah, I think I was just going home. I know I wasn't working for a fact. I know I wasn't. I was just trying to make money that night. So he was like, "Okay, I'll take you." So when I got in the car, he was like, "You so cute. Like, are you transgender?" And I was like, "What that has to do with anything? Like, I just need a ride down the street." I didn't say it in a rude way. I was just like, "Wow, like, what that has to do with anything?" And he was like, "No, I'm just asking because you're so beautiful." He was like, "Well, how much for head?" I said, "Well, how much you got for me?" Because I'm not going to turn down no money. So, even though all money isn't good money, and I'm going to get to that. So he was like, "How much for head?" So I was like, "How much do you have?" And he ended up saying the price on how much he had. And I agreed to it. I'm like, "Okay, I have a spot." I knew, like I said, I'm familiar with 79. I'm familiar with the area. So I was like, "I have a spot. Make it right here." So he was like, "Okay, cool, we can go to your spot." When I told him to make a right, he made a left. Made a right, then made a left. So at this point, as he making these right and these lefts and start hitting the gas and going extremely fast, I already done been through this more than one time. I done been robbed so many times. I know when something's not finna, you know, go right. So in the midst of that happening, him going right, left, playing zigzag and speeding up the truck. So I tried to play it cool. And, you know, I tried to, like, ease myself out the situation. So he ended up, like, pulling to a dead-end street. And I was like, "Okay, boo, we could park right here. Okay, where the money at?" So I asked for the money. And I'm like, you know, I'm finna do a good job. Like, I basically tried to make good conversation and ease my way out of the, I don't know, tried to sweet talk. And it didn't work. I don't know. See, I'm not, it's not bothering me no more. That's why I'm so, like, not happy, but I'm so, like, it's so easy for me to tell a story because it moved. The chapter is closed in my life. So when I asked for the money, he was like, "Sure, I got the money right here." So he reached down and, like, reached under his seat. I'm thinking he reaching for his wallet. When his hand came up, it was a big gun, like a big old handgun, a big handgun. And I was just like, I froze. And I immediately started crying. Should I get out and run right here? If I do, 9 times out of 10, he might shoot me in my back. Or, because mind you, this is a dead end street. We was like in the middle of nowhere. I'm like, should I get out and run and take the risk of getting shot in my back, or should I just do what he say and hopefully he just let me go? So I mind you, he wanted oral, so I ended up doing it, and it was so, I was so like, it's not a word that I could use to describe it. I was just so, it felt like I was just dead inside. As I was doing it, I was just dead inside. And I'm quite sure it wasn't enjoyable for him at all, because I don't think nobody can perform a good service with a gun put to their head with a fear of they're going to die. So I'm quite sure it wasn't enjoyable. But in the midst of that, it ended up going okay. The gun was to my head the whole time. I was just crying, saying, please don't kill me, please don't kill me. He was like, I'm not okay, you just do what I said and I'm gonna let you go. So I ended up doing it, and when he finished, I used my clothing that I had on. I used the dress to wipe his semen inside it, so I could take it to the police station after. So he ended up pulling out the dead end street, and he was like, get out my car and walk backwards and walk away and don't look back. And it hit my mind. The reason why he said walk away and don't look back is because he didn't want me to catch the tag number. So I ended up not looking back. I ended up not getting the tag number or whatever like that. So he ended up pulling off, and I ended up walking back to 79, get back on the main street, and I ended up walking all the way home. When I got home, I called my friend and I told one of my friends about like what happened and stuff like that. So fast forward the next day, I end up riding with my friend to Esther's. Esther's is a food restaurant, if y'all don't know. So we pulled aside Esther's, and when we pulled in the park, we parked like dead on the side of him. Like, me and my friend parked, and I was in the passenger seat, and I looked to the right, and it was him. And then I looked like past him, like of course I'm gonna be nosy, and I seen his daughter, like, or a little girl in the car. And I was just like, what if he kidnapped that girl? Like, what if he picked her up and trying to rape this girl? I was asking my friend, like, what should we do? And she was like, oh, call the police, or either let's just get out and beat him up, like mess him up. But I was like, girl, we can beat him up, but I forgot. I thought about it. He had that gun. Remember I told y'all he had put out the gun. So in the midst of that happening, I ended up calling the police, and the police asked me like, what incident happened at, and why haven't you called yesterday? And why I didn't call yesterday was because I was trying to get home. Like, I was not gonna stand there. 9 times out of 10, when you call the police and report something, the only thing they do is give you a police report, and you get them a description of the car, and they put a bulletin out and whatever. You know, I didn't call the police, which was my fault. And I was just like, I'm gonna go to the police station the next day. It was already late. I was tired, so I was like, I'm gonna go to the police station the next day. So called the police, and I was like, what should I do? I see the guy who sexually assaulted me right here. He's sitting right next to me. They was like, where the incident happened at? And I was like, it happened by 79. And it was like, well, you'll have to go back over there and call the police to go to the police station by 79. And I was like, oh, is it anything else I could do? They was like, well, you could come to the main headquarters, the main police station headquarters, which is the first 48 building that's in Miami. So I told my friend, let's go to the police station. I went home, got the dress that had his semen on it, took it to the police station. So let's fast forward about a week. They called me back to the station. I did like a lineup, and I pointed his face out. And they picked him up, and I guess he went to jail for 48 hours. And I guess he bonded out or something like that. Because, you know, I still had to go to court for it and whatever like that. But I didn't end up going to court because he was never found. The charges never stuck to him. And I'm going to tell you why. When I got called back to the police station and I did the lineup, okay, that went successful. I ended up leaving. I was under there for like 15 minutes and ended up leaving. And fast forward again, another 5 days, like another week. Got called back to the police station and we did a third interview. And in this interview, they interviewed me and my friend, which I don't know why they interviewed my friend, because my friend had nothing to do with it. They was just asking my friend like what type of person I am, and like just trying to get my background, or like if I'm a sketchy person, would I lie on people? So this third interview went completely bad. They started asking me questions like, are you sure you aren't lying on the guy? Because a lot of you prostitutes, when y'all don't get paid what y'all want, y'all make up lies and try to ruin these guys' careers and ruin their families out of spite and things like that. And I immediately broke down and started crying, because why did I come to the police station? I came up here for what? Like, why did I come up here? Like, I felt like no one was on my side. Like, I felt like the system, well, it's not so much about a feeling. The system did fail me because they didn't do anything. And I don't even know if they picked him up for 48 hours. I asked the detectives and she was like, yeah, we picked him up and we have him in custody. But when I went on jail base to try to search for his image, I didn't see him. So I don't know if they really did pick him up. But I know that for a fact that he didn't go to spend no time in jail because I didn't go to court. And if I'm a victim and I'm pressing charges on someone, I would be subpoenaed to come to court. So I know I didn't get any court dates or anything like that in the mail. So I know they didn't put no charges. And plus I ended up seeing him like a week, 2 weeks after that incident had happened. So I was like, yeah, it's crazy how the detectives weren't on my side. The police, it's like the whole system just completely failed me. And this is why a lot of, I don't want to say black, but this is why a lot of black people, and this is why a lot of minority people, especially in the hood, this is why we never really call the police. It's like the norm to y'all, for y'all to get calls and get reports like this, and y'all just don't do nothing. There's been plenty of times that I called the police and like reported something, an incident that happened to me, and I just get a police report. Oh, well, if you ever see him again, just call us. Yeah, I'm gonna call y'all and y'all gonna take 50 minutes to come. The person gonna be gone again. So I feel like a lot of these situations go under the rug. 2 weeks after that, and I seen him, he just rolled right past me. He just rolled right past me, and I just dropped my head and like looked the other way. And I felt so unprotected and ashamed and things like that. I'm just glad that I end up walking away with my life. So I'm gonna end this video. I'll see y'all in my next video. Thanks for watching. Mwah.